Welcome to Anthony's Cross-Threaded Garage. We got the truck legal, we gotta drive them. Got drive line vibration, bad. Measuring out, it's 0 degrees, looking it up, should be at least like 5 or 3. Looks like I'm gonna try to raise the transmission up some, since it was the thing that was changed. But really, it's already been, the engine's sitting pretty well where it needs to sit as far as the bottom goes. So we're gonna try to get it straightened up. Well, you know what I'm saying. I don't know, we're gonna try to raise transmission, see if we get the angle right. Alright, I gotta get this kind of angled where I need it. Enough to test it before I have to make radical changes on the rear shifting. I gotta find some proper way to shim that though. This is what came in the kit. That ain't right. I ain't gonna fit underneath there. Alright. I get that shimmed up. I cut a piece off that block that came with it. The block was like 1 inch, I only need like 1/4. We'll see how that goes. Angles look alright. Have to test drive it and just see how it goes, I guess. Now we'll go ahead and found I got some type of coolant leak on the truck. So I gotta find that. I got a new wiper module I want to put on it. I guess something else I need to do real quick. I don't know. I'll go ahead and put this wiper module on, let it down here, and see what else I gotta do here. Other than the coolant leak that I just found. Alrighty. Got the wires ran and off the sensor up there. And one goes to my rear reverse lights. Blah. Now my reverse light's gonna go, which is just the blue and green, just an on and off switch. It's simple enough. This goes to the other side, it's just a 2-wire, it's simple enough. That's it. That's if it actually works the way I think it's gonna work. I should have drilled some holes for that. But here's the supplied pigtail for the reverse, and here's the supplied for the speed sensor. We'll get them wired in and we'll see what happens. See if we can get, I'm pretty confident in the reverse. I'm not so sure about the speed. Alright, they're wired in there. Just kind of laying over everything right now until I tie them up. Let's go up here and see how good I weld. Let's see how good this works. Alrighty. Let's see if the reverse works first. Key on. Reverse. Hey, looks like I need a bulb. That one's not working. I do get one reverse light. That means we're getting our signal back here. That's good. Let's go ahead and put neutral. Make sure I ain't getting it all the time. Flip. What's up? Alrighty, get that taken care of. Alright, see if we got speedometer. Haha. Back on top here, I'm gonna get it. I'm back on top here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this old catch can on here. I already modified the bracket. It's a piece of junk. Oh, this is real cheap, so well. Right now I get my PVC. Oh, I got my PVC shut off. And the one in the back just opened the atmosphere. Trim my hose here a little bit. There.
Junk doesn't work. Filter it back to the earth.
Hi! I got new glasses. Oh, no, these are bad, so I'm gonna put these up. Welcome to Anthony's Cross Toy Garage. Or Cross Kids Garage.
Today we're going to do a rear disc conversion on the speed truck and go ahead and start checking out the front end, make sure the front end's tight for race inspection. Put some miles on it now. I may only put maybe 200-300 miles on it. I got driveline vibration I got to work out, but I'm going to work on that when I do I got driveline vibration I got to work out. I got to weld the axle flips to the rear end housing, so I'll do all that when I'm working on the rear disc conversion. So let's go ahead and jack it up on the front end and see if we get any play, and then we'll get her straightened up and raise her up. Make sure I get 10-inch drum brakes, which I think I do, and then start breaking it down. These things take for 190,000 miles. Alright, this part of this project's been making me nervous. I switched this thing over to a 410 gear ratio. When I did the engine swap, I haven't taken the cover off after I redid the ring gear, and hopefully I set it up correctly when I did it. And the ring's not all chewed up or something surprising in there. We'll find out. Well, that's good. Relief. Looks like everything's still pretty well good and in place. Looks like it's getting a pretty good pattern on the ring. Now the fun part is getting these axles unclipped. And I put a reusable gasket on here too. Look at me go.
Something more.
Alright, we'll try to get this emergency brake off. Undo my brake line on the back here. Just take off the 4 bolts, take that off one piece.
Hello. Put your comments down below if we're very funny.
Look at this cute ring. Hi. Binga 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 binga. Binga 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 binga.
I don't know how you get these loose. How you guys do it? Oh, this is how I usually do it. You hold it with that. Get an air chisel in here and just bump it. There, that's out. Alright, got my cables loose. Perfect. And get my U-bolts loose and everything else and get in here and start welding this stuff up.
Binga 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 binga. Ba 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 ba.
Everything's off, pieces fit. U-bolts are off. I'll go ahead and get this shoved up here and welded solid so it don't have a chance to rock or move, since I got to put shims underneath the rear end. Welded.
We're working in the old garage. Say hi, Dad. Daddy.
Thanks.
We've been working for a while. Hey, got my shoe pocket? Yeah. Look at this garage now.
Alright, just got done checking the up and down play on this. Make sure my bearing was good. I'm not sure where I was sitting. These seals are bad. Oh, we're putting ones in it. Alright, seals installed. Alright, tighten that up. I got fluid to put back in this. I want to make sure this kit I got for the brakes works. Disc conversion done. Had to redo the brake lines and make brackets. Those that all came in the kit, or part numbers for it came in the kit. Of course, these are for drift brake later. Made a bracket there. Redid my side exhaust. Hopefully cut down some of the rattling. Get the tires back on it and hopefully get the battery charged up and the brakes working good and take for a little drive. What? We're just going straight now.
I don't care. Because I see a big curve coming up. We are headed to a restaurant and Dad is just ripping the pavement. No joke.
Alright, test drive did not go to plan. Seat's back in the rack. Been about a week now. Was losing fluid. And I cracked the rear end housing. American Powertrain said, well, we can't warranty it, just straight through Tremec. Called Tremec, like, yeah, we'll warranty it. Well, that's cool. So how long till I get it? They said a month. I said, well, that's not cool. So I'll do it myself. And then they didn't answer me back, respond, say your warranty's voided, and say nothing. So good for them. Great company. But they ain't got no competition, so what are you gonna do? But I went ahead and purchased a new tow shaft on there, so we'll get this we'll get this installed. I'll probably video it, but rear main's leaking too. I'm gonna go ahead and do it too.
Hi guys.
Enough oil where it's like just barely dripping out the bottom. Fix that. Since I'm right here at it, let's get on the clutch. I don't want the clutch slipping, so. All right. I don't know how much this episode or what I'm doing here.
I broke a second tail shaft housing after this and had to replace it again. Termic didn't make a faulty housing. The problem was my local shop didn't have the drive shaft in spec. It cost me $1,200 relying on local business, which is sad. Shame on me not getting the drive shaft checked the first housing. We still racing, stay tuned.
Bye bye. Boop.